When you spend your time with God, good things happen. Okay? So whatever your plans are, I challenge you today to take a look at your plans and to then take a look at God's commandments, right? Because if you replace your plans with what God has commanded you to do, your whole life your whole life will be better. That's a pretty crazy huge deal, but it's the truth, you know. So, I challenge you guys, if you're on the schedule right now for Sunday, I challenge you. I challenge you to a duel. Take yourself off the schedule. Make the choice. Make an executive decision. Decide to obey God. Decide to be blessed. Decide to live an insanely amazing life. I encourage you. And I don't speak this from a place of hypocrisy or of disobedience. I speak this from a place of truth and experience. By doing this, you will bless yourself, you will bless others, you will obey God. Anything that you do that obeys God blesses others, and it blesses you too. So even if your boss is like, "What the heck, man? You can't do that." Like, yeah, okay, well, if you don't show up, then you're getting written up, or if you don't show up, you're losing your job, or if you don't show up, this is going to happen. Don't worry about that. This is seriously, this is the amazingness of God. It doesn't matter what you do. If you decide to follow God and make the right choice to follow Him and obey Him, He will honor your choice. It might be the scariest thing ever. It might be the scariest thing ever, and it might seem like, oh my gosh, that is so unwise. I can't believe you would ever encourage others just to not show up at their job on Sunday, because even though God says not to work Sunday. Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to try to fill in the gap a little bit, to tell you that, yes, I am sitting here telling you that. Don't do it. Don't show up. Don't go. Don't go. That's not bad advice. That's good advice. Because it's not about the world. It's not about what the world has for you. It's not about surviving. Okay? It's about thriving. And this might sound so counterintuitive to what I'm saying, but it is about thriving. How do you thrive? You obey God's commandments, right? Because when you obey His commandments, great, amazing things happen. And those commandments sometimes challenge us to leave our old lives behind. They challenge us to leave our old ways behind, right? But what do we get by obeying His commandments? We get blessings, and what do you think of when you think of blessings? Do you think of a nice bag of chocolates that somebody gave you because they wanted to say they appreciate you? That's surely a blessing. Flowers, someone brings you flowers, that's a blessing. Finding a $20 bill on the ground, that's a blessing, right? Going to get gas and you find out you have $1 off. Somehow you have $1 off a gallon. That is a blessing, Winning the lottery is a blessing. All these things are blessings, right? But the thing about blessings is, no matter what we think blessings are, God God knows more about blessings than us, right? So He knows how to bless us with things that we couldn't ask for. He knows how to bless us with exactly what we need, that we have been trying so hard to get and couldn't figure out how to get. Well, I can tell you that if you submit to Him and obey His commandments, He will bless you with that exact thing, with those types of things. More than just one thing, right? He can bless you with peace of mind, serenity, security, rest, just so many things that you've been trying to get and haven't been able to get. All it takes is faith. All it takes is trust and obedience in Him. Make the decision today just to follow Him. Make the decision to listen to what He says, right? No matter how simple it is, people say, oh, that's the Old Testament, that's so old. Man, I'm not going to listen to that old book. That's crazy, man. That doesn't even apply anymore. Don't you know, they say being gay is wrong. They say that you got to do this and this and this and this. You know what? There's a reason why that's in there, right? And let me ask you this. What would you rather do? Would you rather mitigate the Bible's translation to fit your modern circumstances, Or would you rather read God's word and obey it and say, you know what, God, this is old, right? You wrote this a long time ago, but I'm going to trust you. Well, that's good if you do that. And I'm here to tell you that God is not an old God, right? He was here before everything, and he will be here after everything, right? The thing about God is he's timeless. The things he says make sense, and they mean something, and they matter. And what does it say? His ways are higher than our ways. So just because we don't understand something doesn't mean that it's wrong, okay? We can always trust that God's ways are better and higher than ours. And, I mean, he made everything, right? He created you. He created me. He created all of us. Everything you see. It's not random happenstance. It's not random chance that all this happened. He created it all. So, I want to encourage you now to make a change. Do this right. Make the change today. Do it right. Follow God's commandment. Whatever it is that he's saying to do that you haven't done or that you're not doing, just do it. And I guarantee you'll be blessed. So I want to check back with you guys again next week about this, see what happens. I want to hear some testimonies. I want to hear some people sharing things. I want to hear what is going on in your life. What did you do and what happened? What did you do and what did God do? Because that's the way it works, right? You make a choice and a change for God, and he honors that. He does something for you. So I can't wait to hear about it, right? So if this is the way that it works, why not take advantage of it? Why just sit around and continue to spiral? Don't do that anymore. You know where that goes. It doesn't go good. It's like Neo in the Matrix. Make the right choice. Anyway, I love you guys, and God bless you. And I encourage you to follow God's commandments. What are his commandments? Well, for starters, look up the 10 commandments. Start there. And keep going.